In today's cooking video, we are going to be cleaning out the pantry. I have accumulated quite an amount of ingredientes. I would like you to come with me today as I pull some of these items out and we make some delicious dinners for my family. If you love pantry clean out videos and some dinner inspo at the same time, hold on to your hats, hook me up with a thumbs up, and let's get cooking. Oh dang, it frosted last night. I did not notice that. Easiest dinner ever using this spicy harissa sauce. I really hope I'm pronouncing harissa correctly, but basically it's a spicy red pepper sauce. It's rockin', and we're gonna make chicken rice bowls. I just had some leftover chicken and I made rice for another meal. Like, this is basically leftover bowls with some fresh zucchini. So let's get building. Here's my bowl. This is a very, very large bowl, by the way. Like a pasta bowl, you know, where they like fill it up with all the pasta. Okay, so a bed of rice. Rice is delicioso. I love rice. Haley, do you love rice?
Oh my gosh,
yes,
love rice.
Love rice. And I'm gonna top it with some zucchini. I went and picked from my garden as much or as little zooks as you would like. Next up is I had some leftover chicken in my fridge, like I said. So we'll add, I don't know, a little bit of chicken like that. Top it with the sauce, like however much or little that you want, basically based on how spicy you like your food. And if you can't untwist this, just give it a little. Works every time. Oh, that smells great. Of course, you can heat up the sauce if you want, but I'm feeling extremely efficient today, so I'm just not going to. Usually we just like stir it all around, but anyway, there we go. Harissa sauce, chicken, rice bowls. This smells incredible. I'm basically just using this recipe on the back of this container of Thai coconut broth. So I'm just gonna cook up my chicken. I'm skipping out the mushrooms because I don't really like them. And we're gonna add the bell pepper, the chicken, the coconut broth, some lime and cilantro, and that is gonna be it. Super, super simple, but it should be delicious. In my oil, here comes 1 red bell pepper and about 10 ounces of chicken. Finished dish, coconut chicken pepper soup. Bon appetit. Next up, we're gonna make these brownies. Keto chocolate brownie mix. I'm just gonna follow the recipe on the back. I have a little bit of whipped cream in the fridge that we're gonna use up. And if you hadn't noticed yet, all of the products that I'm using in today's video, I got from Thrive Market, and they are sponsoring today's video. I've been using Thrive Market and they have been partnering with me for over a year, I believe now, which is amazing. They're one of the longest sponsors of my channel. Truthfully, I really like them. If you have a hard time finding specialty ingredients, like I do because I live in a small area with a limited number of specialty stores and options, or if you eat a specific diet, you can find everything that you want there on their website or on the app. So if you're like paleo or Whole30 or keto or vegetarian or vegan or gluten-free or whatever it is, you can find the stuff. Most of the time, their stuff is cheaper than a regular grocery store, especially like the specialty items, way cheaper than a grocery store. And I just love the quality of everything that I get. And if you guys want to try out Thrive Market, they're gonna hook you up with 25% off your first order and a free gift. First link down in the doobly-doo. You just have to go to thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom. It is a membership-based online grocery store. You can do a month-to-month if you want to try them out, or an annual one, but the annual one's way cheaper. It's like $5 a month. If you don't like it for any reason at all, they'll give you your money back in the first 30 days. And what I love is for every paid membership, they gift a free membership to a family in need, first responder, veteran, teachers, through their Thrive Gives program. It's their mission to become the #1 zero waste warehouse and shipping company. So they are well on their way to doing that. So you will continue to see a bunch of Thrive Market products in the rest of today's Clean Out the Pantry video. They're gonna hook you up with a free gift and 25% off your first order. Oh, and don't forget to check your email because they give me a free gift like every single time their stuff goes on sale all the time, and you can definitely get some great deals. Like any store, you just need to know what you're looking for and what your prices are. Let's get to making these keto brownies. This is a pretty small mixing bowl, so fingers crossed it all works out okay. I have 1 egg and 3 egg whites right here. Again, just following the instructions on the back of the box or baggie or whatever. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, which is warm. I had to melt it in the microwave. So I'm gonna go kind of slow. 2. This is my Danish dough whisk I got from the thrift store. It's my new favorite whisk. Chocolatey goodness, in it goes. Woo! Continue mixing, that's what it says, okay. And add in our melted butter. So here we go, until it all looks delicious. Oh my gosh, I love brownies. Brownies are better than cake. I know that's a controversial statement, but brownies are better than cake. If you agree with me, hook me up with the thumbs up button if you have not yet. And if you disagree with me, you can hit the unsubscribe button. I'm just kidding. They did say batter would be thick. It's definitely thick. Now I have an 8x8 pan that has been sprayed with some cooking spray. Dump all this in, and we're gonna cook at a 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I prefer a less gooey brownie, and other people prefer a more gooey brownie. If you're on the gooey brownie side, err on the side of 20 minutes. If you are on the more cooked brownie side, like the brownie edges fans, those are my kind of people, go on the 25-minute side. Into the oven we go. Here's the finished brownie. It's a little on the dry side. And look, it didn't even smooth out as it was baking. Ryan, what do you say we cut a piece and try it? Of course, when I say cut a piece, I just mean get a fork and try a bite.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely a little dry. I would err on the 20-minute side, for sure. Just because it leans dry. And I think it needs whipped cream. I don't think it's bad at all. But I can definitely tell it's like an almond flour, chocolatey. Tastes more cakey than brownie-ish. I think I did overcook it though. Less time is the way to go. Is that normal for like your nut flours and things to just dry out quicker? I'm definitely not a pro in the nut flour cooking. Still learning. This dinner I have not made in a long time, but it was a college slash newlywed staple that we made a lot because first of all, it has a lot of cheap ingredients. And number 2, it tastes pretty good. And number 3, it's ridiculously easy. So when Dave and I would get out of school, he had a night class. I would wait for him. We only had 1 car. We would drive home together. So we would get home at like 7:30 p.m. every night and we'd have to like whip up dinner really quick. This is it. So you're gonna have a couple packages of some beans. The original recipe calls for like cannellini beans and things like that. I don't have those, we're just using what we have. It's gonna be fine. Some kidney beans and some black beans here. 1 jar of salsa. I have my favorite, the smoky chipotle. Dave says the smoky chipotle flavor of the Thrive Market salsa is the cream of the crop. This is the best one. If you buy nothing else from Thrive Market, get all the salsas. They're bomb. A couple of other ingredientes, not very many. Some corn. I just have this can of cream corn that I need to use up, so we'll use that. You could use frozen corn. And you're also supposed to use like a can of carrots or frozen carrots. I didn't have any of those. I cut up some raw ones, but I boiled them on the stove just so they were soft. So the idea is the dinner comes together in like 10 minutes. And then chicken broth, I think that's it. Diced tomatoes. I did not go grab diced tomatoes. Okay, I have to run to the basement. Okay, pause. This is a not dump and go. Can we just X-nay that word, that phrase completely? I hate it. We're gonna use, this is a throw and go 10-minute soup and it's gonna be amazing. I have a 28-ounce can of tomatoes. This is crushed tomatoes, so throw that in. My cream corn, it could be frozen or canned or whatever. A 16-ounce jar of salsa. This is supposed to feed 8 to 10 people. I think it's great if you wanna meal prep, you know, for lunches for the week, or if you have a bigger family or whatever, or if you're serving a lot of people. I thought I opened these already. Here come my kidney beans. I love cannellini beans. I think that would be a great addition. Black beans. I have 2 black bean ones, so we'll use both of those. And last is 16 ounces of chicken broth, which I don't have in liquid form, so I'm just using 16 ounces of water and the powdered stuff. If you used a vegetable broth, I think this would be vegetarian, wouldn't it? So if you wanted to turn this vegetarian, hang on, I'm thinking. Is it vegan? If you use a vegetable broth, is it vegan, right? I don't think there's any animal products in here at all. I have like a tablespoon of the chicken broth. We can give that a little bit of a whisk right there. I am double checking my recipe to make sure I did not forget an ingredient. I did, my carrots. Look, so I have like 1 cup of carrots, but like I said, canned, frozen, whatever, just as long as they're soft. Time to put this on the stove, bring it to a simmer, cook for 10 minutes. That's literally all there is. All right, I've been about 10 minutes or so. I tasted it. That smoky chipotle salsa has got a kick. It's definitely on the spicy side. I added a touch of sugar to cut through the acidity of all of the tomato products. Now it's just time to plate it and add whatever toppings you like. It could be avocado, chips, cheese, bean, and salsa soup. This next meal is one of my all-time favorites. So I have a bunch of ground beef out of my freezer. We are a 2-pound ground beef family right now. Tacos, bowls, burgers, it's gotta be 2 pounds. Honestly, when I make dinner and I pull out 2 pounds, I think to myself, this is a lot. And yet we eat it all every dang time. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef that I'm going to brown in just a minute, and then we'll mix up a sauce and it's gonna be amazing. The recipe, all the recipes will be down below for the ones that have a recipe. And today we are taking care of the Wonder Noodles because we are doing Korean beef bowls, but it's ground beef instead of steak, so it's like cheaper and quicker. And instead of rice, I have the Wonder Rice. Shirataki, is that how you say that? Rice. So I have 2 packages of the rice one and 2 packages of the ramen noodle one. So we could have like a ramen bowl or a rice,
I don't really know what that means,
bowl with these Wonder Noodles. And so the point is that they have no carbs. So these are perfect for people who have diabetes or are eating keto or whatever, and they still want like that carby feeling with a bowl. I do have some regular rice for the kids, like there's no reason that they need to do this. But for me and Dave, I have these. Well, it says 3 grams of carbs, but then 3 grams of fiber, so that would be 0, right? Rinse the crap out of these because you don't want this water in here. That's no good. Oh, and if you guys are digging my I'm only here for the food shirts, they are merch that will be available to purchase very, very soon. Keep your eyes and ears open for that. I'll definitely announce it on Instagram, so if you don't follow me over there yet, go do that now. Okay, I'm gonna get a pan for this and start mixing up our sauce. I'm tripling the original recipe on the sauce because I like some extra sauce. So that is what I'm doing, just so you know. 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce, about 1.5 teaspoons of crushed red pepper flakes. That's about like that. I am guessing, but I'm pretty accurate on the guess. 6 teaspoons of the sesame oil. Sorry, not teaspoons, 6 tablespoons of the sesame oil, which is 1/4 cup and then a little bit, because 1/4 cup is 4. So there's 4, and then like half of that, like that. Mmm, delicious. And then some ginger. I'm using this tubey guy because it's so dang easy. I don't know, a generous little squeeze. And give it a whisk. That is gonna be our sauce once our ground beef is finished cooking all the way through. Ground beef with a couple cloves of fresh garlic in here. My beef is done, so I'm just giving my sauce one more little stir, make sure that brown sugar's up off the bottom. Now just bring this to a simmer. I think it's time to strain our fake rice and noodles. We will put our bowls together. 15 minutes, hands-on time, so fast.
I do my best trying to make sense. Baby, you're my past and future tense. When I'm lost on the
Time to plate. I have my rice here, the ramen here. I'm gonna give Dave this one and then I'll eat this one. It's literally so easy. I have the beef that I've completed with all the yummy sauce. That's gonna go like all on top, however much you want. Because I made extra sauce, you can drizzle like extra sauce. You can do that. I like to do that personally. And then you top it with your favorite toppings. Our favorites are cabbage, shredded carrots, and cucumbers, and sesame seeds. I couldn't find sesame seeds today, so we're just gonna leave that alone. I shredded just some carrots I had in my fridge that were old using my food processor. So I have a mound here. Dave doesn't like a ton, but he likes some, so we'll give him just a little, and we will give me a more generous handful because I like carrots way more than Dave does. And I have some cucumbers I picked out of my garden. The garden is almost done. It frosted last night. Dave really does love the cucumbers, so we'll go a little generous on that one. And I do too, honestly. Garden cucumbers are bomb, you guys. They're so delicious. So we'll just kind of do that. You know, you can add as much or as little as you want here. Look how huge this bowl is. This is like an enormous bowl of food. And technically the rice is also a vegetable, so it's a lot of veggies. And the flavors of the beef is like, they're so strong that it just like kind of goes into everything. I gotta say the texture of this rice is weird. The texture is weird. The ramen is not so weird, I don't know why, but tastes good. Excuse me. Is it on my face? I hope I have inspired you today to check out your pantry, use up some of the things that you have in there and make some delicious dinners without really having to hit up the grocery store. Like always, recipes for these will be down below for you if you want to try out Thrive Market and help you stock up on some awesome specialty ingredients for your pantry. Go to thrivemarket.com/frugalfitmom. First link down below. Get 25% off and a free gift. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, almost knocked over the camera.